Hi and welcome on to the All Guns Blazing podcast. I've got to first of all say Merry Christmas to everybody who's listening and to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Merry Christmas to you. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Of course I celebrate it.
Oh, just a bit of a Scrooge, that's why, you know what I mean? Well, you bought me. Where's the presents at? What you brought in?
You ain't getting nothing.
That's what I'm saying,
Your
man.
wife
Scrooge.
got a new kitchen.
Scrooge. Oh, this kitchen thing, man. Kitchen. If I'm making money, why would I buy a kitchen? What's in a kitchen?
You got to keep the wife happy, ain't you?
So is that would be the only thing. You see, that's the sexism coming in now.
No,
right?
it isn't.
So that would be the only thing.
Oh, look at
putting a woman in the kitchen.
This around.
Yeah, I'll twist it. Yeah, I will twist it. You know what I mean?
Man, trying to twist it.
Put it in the kitchen, eh? Yeah.
You're not sticking that one on me, man. No chance you sticking that on me. Listen, I am in no way, shape, or form involved in any sexism or anything whatsoever.
The kitchen. Listen, Merry Christmas. It's the Christmas season, and of course, it's a very, very busy period for not just Arsenal, but for every Premier League team. At Christmas time, this is it. This is when there's loads of games, and this is why a lot of the footballers argue that it should be a winter break because the games come thick and fast. In Europe, a lot of footballers now putting their feet up until the new year in Germany and places like that. But we have loads and loads of games. Which the players moan about. Do the fans, do you moan about it? These too many games for you?
Because I've been going for so long, I kind of come from the era where I enjoy Christmas football. I enjoy Boxing Day. Maybe they could thin it down a little bit, given the way the competition is now in comparison to the older days. Things are a lot more, when you got European football involved and stuff like that. Maybe if they got rid of, for example, I'm thinking of our fixtures. You've got the Liverpool game on the 29th, for example. Maybe if they got rid of that. So
then another game straight after that on the 31st?
Yeah, so what I mean is maybe have a game on Boxing Day, which is so traditional in England, and then the next game in the New Year. Maybe keep a little...
I don't like that Boxing Day game, though.
I don't mind it.
Because you know what? When you've been going at it hard on Christmas Day, then the next day...
Going at it hard, yeah?
Well, you're going at it hard, you know what I mean? You're drinking, you're eating, you know what I mean? You've been chilling out. And then the next day, we didn't have that game last year. We had it the day after Boxing Day. I preferred that because then, you rested a bit more. But, this year we've got to go Brighton away.
Yeah.
The very next day. So, but it's a lot of games. And it's really going to test our squad. And, just first of all, we've got to start talking about the game. Arsenal 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2.
When did that happen? I can't remember that.
Yeah, it did happen. It did happen. You know what? I was out doing some Christmas shopping earlier, and I was reminded about it by about 4 different Spurs fans about the result. Although, when I just said to them, listen, Tin Pot Cup, it's all about the league, mate, and we beat you 4-2. So, you know what I mean? But it was... I don't know. You know what? The funny thing about the game is that when I was doing the interviews after the game with fans, there was a lot of fans very critical of the performance. Like there was some people saying that we didn't want it as much as that. I don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that. I said this after the game, and I stick to it right now. The only difference between the two teams was the fact that they took their chances brilliantly.
Yeah.
They took their chances brilliantly. We fluffed our lines. Mkhitaryan, brilliant move, clean through. A guy of his quality, he can put it to the left, to the right, up above. He hit it straight at the keeper.
Yeah, he had all the time.
We had other chances. We hit the post twice. We hit the bar. We had their goalkeeper pulling off brilliant saves. We attacked.
Yeah.
But again, defensive frailties, and as I said, their finishing was good. And it's I don't know. It's a hard one to take.
My analysis of the game will probably be the last 20 minutes we kind of tired out.
They took control of the game last 20 minutes. They deserved to win the game, don't get me wrong.
Based on they deserved to win the game.
They were more clinical
in front of goal.
And towards the end of the game, they saw out the game very well. They slowed it down.
But I just think that overall,
there was nothing in it overall.
No, there wasn't. And
funny enough, as I said, I was chatting to, as I said, these Spurs fans have been out ribbing me today. But even when I was talking to them, they were like, mate, I had my hand head in my hands after the game. The amount of chances you lot had and stuff like that. I was truly thought you lot were going to come back. So, but it is what it is.
And this is what I mean. It's, you look at the whole situation, you look at everything, and you just think, if he took that chance, Mkhitaryan, the first one, and you can see what he's tried doing, because it's very obvious that you should be going into the bottom corner, the goalkeeper's left, and he tried giving him the eyes. Yeah, well, where you make the goalkeeper sit down, and it
sometimes
just
it's
awful.
Over fancy, overdoing things.
I think in the first half, I thought Mkhitaryan was actually playing well and was causing problems. And
he gave the ball away quite a lot of times.
Yeah, but then so did other players.
So did everybody.
So did Alex Iwobi. He was giving the ball away loads of times as well.
Now, did you see Kelechi's interview after the game? Right.
I saw his interview.
I have to say, right. Now, I remember in your interview, you criticised Iwobi, Turkish, quite a few people. He's not good enough for the club. I have to say, when I was watching that game, I felt that on that pitch, he was one of our best players, right? He was to me, in the first half of that game, in the first half and the second half, he was the only threat.
Nope.
Now, you didn't think he was the only threat?
The thing with
what was the other threat?
I'll tell you the problem with Iwobi, right? This is Iwobi's movement, right? Touch, turn, 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 touch, lose the ball. Touch, turn, 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 touch, lose the ball. No end product. This is my issue.
Who set up Mkhitaryan's chance?
Listen.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. Let
me speak, right? Creating the odd little thing over the whole balance of play, right? Now, you talk about he created something for Mkhitaryan, yeah? Mm-hmm. It's his fault with the first goal. He's the one.
It's not his fault.
He lost the ball in the centre of the pitch.
He lost the ball.
Right, wait.
Not the centre of the pitch.
Now you're gonna let me speak, right? His awful touch that resembled Lukaku was the reason we lost the ball in the middle of the pitch. One long ball from there, they're in, they score. Go to the Southampton game. Mesut Ozil tried to step over to create something in the middle of the pitch, and he still got the blame,
which he shouldn't have done.
For everything transpiring
after. Which you shouldn't have done. So you're doing the same. So you're blaming. You're doing the same as.
Wait, listen to me. What I'm saying is that there's no end product with Alex Iwobi. For as well as he's done in certain games, and for the fact that he has improved in certain areas, he is not good enough to take us to the other level right now. Where we're looking, right, the 2 points in this league are Liverpool and Man City. That's where you need to look. Those are the two sides that are walking away with everything, and they're where you want to be. In 3 years' time, minimum, that's the kind of ballpark figure, like Klopp's taken that long and everything else. You want to be with them in around 3 years' time, so you're competing and everything else. I don't believe that right now, given his performances, Alex Iwobi is going to be the player that takes us to that level. You look at what Man City have and Liverpool have in those respective areas, they're a million miles away.
All right,
Perfect example is Leroy Sane at Man City. The exact same age as Alex Iwobi. Yet what does he have? End product. That's what I'm getting at.
Right, so hold on. I'd agree with you on Alex Iwobi does need better end product. 100%.
That's my issue.
And he's work in progress. He's still work in progress. Now that I think he's improved under Unai Emery, and he's work in progress. And you can't compare him to Sane, because Sane, for me, is a world-class player.
But they're 22
years
old.
He's a world-class.
They're both the same age.
It doesn't matter if they're the same age. One player's progressed quicker than the other. And he's world-class. Raheem Sterling, right? Very similar player to Iwobi. Used to get criticised heavily. Yeah, his touch. He got no end product. You've seen the progression of him now, that this season he's got end product. He's scoring lots of goals. He's creating lots of assists. Now I'm looking at the game against Tottenham, and I'm saying, why did Iwobi pick up so much flack? When for me, he was the only threat I could see in it. He was the only person troubling that Tottenham defence. And you say about the thing is about end product is that he did produce a brilliant bit of end product to Mkhitaryan. If Mkhitaryan would have finished it, we'd all have been saying, what a fantastic bit of play by Alex Iwobi. But Mkhitaryan's end product was poor.
I actually thought it was Aubameyang that flicked it through.
No. Iwobi started the move. If I remember rightly, he took the ball, control on his chest.
Who've done the flick? Because who done the flick through?
I haven't watched it back, but
I think it was Aubameyang.
I'm sure it was Iwobi. Iwobi did play the 1-2 because he took the ball. The ball was pinged from.
I can't remember.
The ball was pinged from way down the pitch. The control to take it on his chest. The amount of times in that first half he used his strength and bounced players off of him. Right, I didn't see no one else in Arsenal's team. And don't get me wrong, none of them, to me, come out of that game saying they played brilliantly. But I'm saying that Iwobi to me was the threat. He does need to have more end product, but I think he gets unfair criticism. I can understand sometimes where Kelechi's coming from because people want to dig him out. And you've got to remember as well that when you play in the position that he's playing in, so basically he's playing in a position where what Emery's saying to him is that get the ball, turn, drive, run at defenders, take them on, try and beat them, take people away from other players to create space, right? That's what he's being asked to do. When you do that, 10 times out of, if you do 10 take-ons, probably you're only going to get past him, say, 5 or 6. When they do the stats after the game...
You don't even get past them 5 or 6.
When they do the stats after the game, they'll say 5 or 6 times you got past that player, right? He's doing that. He's in about half of his take-ons. Last night, in the game against Tottenham, in about half of his take-ons, right, he got past the player. He was creating space, right? He did not have good enough end product. And the end product from the other players was poor as well. So why is he the only one getting stick?
He's not the only one getting stick.
He's a guy, I see a player, right? You're right. He's not Leroy Sané. He's not Salah. He's not Mane. He's not nowhere near those guys at the moment. But I see a guy that from last season to now has improved massively, right? And a bit more time on this guy. I don't know. I think he can become a very, very good player. You know, I think people need to be a bit more patient with him. And I didn't like, some of the stick he got. It's even yesterday with the game, I thought Maitland-Niles had an absolute nightmare in that game.
Yeah, he was shocking.
He was terrible.
Worst game I've seen him play for Arsenal.
He was awful. Towards the end of the game, it looked to me like he didn't want the ball. He had cramp. Cramp. It looked to me like he was running from. He didn't want.
He was on empty
because he was just so. His confidence was shot. Right, but he's a young player. We still got to get behind him. He can still bounce back from that. I remember going to Fulham years ago and listening to our fans booing Alex Song off the pitch at half time, and then he went away to Charlton, came back and became a really, really good player at Arsenal. Yeah. So listen, he's not Sané, he's not Salah. But he's what we've got at the moment.
Right now, I'm telling you,
there's worse players in that Arsenal team right now. Why is he the one that was picking up all the flack after the game?
Listen, basically, he's not Sané, he's not Salah, he's not Mane. Right now, Iwobi is Gervinho with a hairline.
He's better than Gervinho was, man. He's better than Gervinho was, you know what I mean? And
blind alleys.
He's a young player coming up, right?
Blind alleys.
He's a young player coming up, right? You know what I mean? And I just don't like, right, the fact that, like you said.
He's not learning.
Why is he getting so much stick? Like you defend Xhaka. Xhaka who gave the ball away time after time.
Hold on a minute.
In that game.
Me
and you have had arguments before about Xhaka. When I've said to you about Ozil, you defend those guys.
Hold on. Who sat there and defended Xhaka?
No.
I said
you defend him on many times.
I said Xhaka should not be playing centre-back last night. But
Iwobi's position really is a number 10, isn't it? Is his favoured position, isn't it?
He's never going to get in as a number 10, all right? If you're telling me that he should be playing number 10...
You've had patience with Xhaka, but you don't want to have patience with this guy.
Alex Iwobi's had so much patience. We've given him so much time.
You've had patience. No.
Yes,
Alex Iwobi has been a bit part player in Arsenal's team.
He's had so many chances.
He's not been a regular starter. This season...
He's never been a regular.
This season he's a regular starter.
No.
In the past, he's been a bit part player.
Listen, you are in a minority on your opinion to his performance last night. You are a minority.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
And it's as simple as that.
I don't know. Maybe some people should go and watch back the game.
I was not one of the ones.
I didn't say he was brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I never said he played well. I never said he played well.
I was not one of the ones last night that went in on.
Hold on. I never said he played well.
Listen.
I think it was Lee or one of them who said he was the best of a bad bunch.
No, I agree. I'm saying that I was not one of the ones that went in on him last night.
No, I didn't say you did.
His end product is shocking.
Right.
I think that he needs to take some time out.
Look, Xhaka's end product at the moment, though. That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of
favouritism
when it comes to certain players.
Right, let's get this right now. Let's get this right, yeah? Granit Xhaka has been one of our best players this season. Fact. Simple facts. In centre midfield, he's been one of our best players. And the partnership that he's built up with Lucas Torreira has built us a solid foundation. Nobody can tell me any differently. Don't care what anyone says.
Hold on, he's been a lot better this season.
The moment he goes into centre-back, I'm the first to admit, his performances are poor. He's not playing well. His passing last night was erratic. There was a couple of times he pinged some beautiful passes, and there were some times where he pinged some absolute shockers. And I'm the first to sit here and say that.
And you're right. He has improved. He has improved a lot this season in
the biggest compliment.
One second. Playing in that position next to Torreira, that's where I want to see him playing, and he has improved a lot this season. However, when you're doing your comparison thing that you did earlier, right, where you're comparing him to Man City and Liverpool, and that's where we want to be, would you say Xhaka is the answer? Hold on, wait a minute. Is he the answer that would he get into City's team?
Xhaka.
Would he get into Liverpool's team?
Xhaka, and would he get into Liverpool's team? Do you know what? Ahead of Henderson? Yeah, he would.
Henderson's not starting in that team.
He's their captain.
He's not starting in that team.
He's their captain.
He's not. He's a captain. He's not starting. How many games has he started? He's not been the starter.
Only because he was injured.
He's not been the starting player. They've had like Milner in there. They've had Milner in there. They've had
Milner and Xhaka.
They've had Wijnaldum in there. They've had.
Not in my opinion.
I think all those guys perform better than he does.
Xhaka and Torreira had built something.
They're building a good partnership,
serious foundation, and the difference is.
But as I said, looking forward to, like you said, those teams there, right? That's where we want to be. Those type of men.
And I've just gave you examples of Liverpool players that, in my opinion,
do you connect Fernandinho with Xhaka?
Fernandinho is
David Silva, Bernardo Silva.
Fernandinho is not the same position as Granit Xhaka. Fernandinho is the same position as Lucas Torreira.
All right, so who's the same position as Xhaka then at City? Bernardo Silva?
Who plays in that role?
David Silva?
No, Bernardo, they're more number 10s. More of a creative
side.
I think Man City...
No, they're deep. David Silva, they're deep line.
David
all right, let me see. Let me run through a couple of them. David Silva, Bernardo Silva.
Plays in 10s. Plays more of an attacker.
De Bruyne.
Totally different positions and players.
So what position is it then?
Man City...
It's a different phantom position.
We play with more two in that position.
So do they?
No, not really. One of them's got the license to really go. Whereas Granit Xhaka still sits there. He sits in the middle.
Listen, man, he wouldn't get nowhere near City's
I'm not saying he will get there, but I'm saying there's a difference
nowhere
in the way
near
that they play.
Team, right? So you just said that's where we want to be.
But in comparison to Liverpool, and Liverpool's one
I
of
don't
those
think he
sides,
get into Liverpool's.
He's better than Henderson and Milner,
team.
in my opinion.
Listen, Henderson is not starting. Milner, I don't think. If I'm being honest, right, I'd rather have Milner.
Nah, man, move yourself.
Milner. If you speak to any Liverpool fan,
of course, if you speak to a Liverpool fan,
Milner's been excellent for them.
Nah, man, I'm not having it.
Naby Keita,
not having it.
Fabinho, I'd rather have them.
Fabinho, what's he done since he's been here?
He's only just come, and he's done a lot better in his first season than what Xhaka did in his first season. Because
actually,
he started off a bit ropey, Fabinho, but now if you speak to Liverpool fans, I even saw on Twitter today where they're bigging him up and saying that now we're starting to.
It's very easy to big players up when you're sitting top of the league. It's very easy to big it up.
Well, you know, I mean, there's a
common
denominator to playing well and being top of the league, isn't it?
But it's not because of him.
You know, if you're top of the league, you must be doing something right, isn't it?
Is it because of Keita that they're top of the league?
No.
Thank you.
No. I'm saying
they're not. You see this?
Listen, they're better players. I'd rather have Naby Keita.
Well, that's you
than Xhaka.
That's you then.
Is Xhaka?
That's you then. And the other thing that I don't...
Is Xhaka good enough for those teams?
And this is the other thing that I'm not having. This is the other thing that I'm not having with the whole Iwobi thing, right? I listened to what Kelechi said, right? I love Kelechi, yeah? And me and him have had our disagreements in the past, but I've got a lot of time for
disagreements ever.
Right? But there's a couple of things, yeah? First of all, right? When you lose to Tottenham, put your microphone away. I wanted to shove that up his arse. All right? No offence, Kelechi, but we've just lost to Tottenham and you're bringing out your Fisher-Price microphone. Seriously. That needed to be in one place and it's where the sun don't shine. Don't pull it out when we've just lost to Spurs, man. Fisher-Price. That's the kind of thing that I'm buying my 8-year-old for Christmas. Talking about Christmas and presents, do you know what I mean? Secondly, the other subject, right? And there is a serious side to it, right? There is a serious side to this, yeah? But I listened to what Kelechi said, right? Now, if Kelechi has been getting messages where people are calling him a black whatever.
He's told me he has
right? If he has been, right? And I'm not denying it. I've not seen it. You know, if he's been getting inboxes or anything, absolutely despicable. Don't condone it. And I feel so sorry for him. And do you know what? 9 times out of 10, the best thing is to blast them out there. And it's not giving them some kind of coverage. It's just exposing them as the dirty, racist pigs that they are. Right? But there's also this element within our fan base that believe that if you criticize Iwobi, you're a racist. All right? And there is that. And it's not... Me personally speaking, I'm criticising. I would love nothing more. We've sat and spoke to Iwobi's dad, right? He comes from such a nice family. His dad, everything, it's great. He's through the academy, he's a youngster and everything, right? I would love nothing more than Alex Iwobi to go on to be this player. I spoke to Iwobi after we played Fulham this season. And I stood there and man to man, I said to him, I said, I've been so critical of you in the past, but so far this season, I said, you're doing really well. And I said, keep it up. Keep doing, and Kelechi was there. Kelechi can vouch for this. And I said it, and Iwobi was like, thank you so much and everything. And I was man enough to say to him, I've been very critical of you, but I can hold my hands up right now, face to face, and say to you, you're proving me wrong right now. But over recent weeks, I feel that he's gone back to the old Iwobi. And I would love for him to succeed.
I don't think it's
I'm going from personal experience.
The racism thing.
I'm going from personal experience because when I've criticised, I've criticised Iwobi before, right? I can go to Instagram posts or even posts when I criticised Iwobi last season on AFTV and whatever, and you get this element of comments going, the only reason why you slate him is because he's Nigerian, because he's black, he's not, and I'm like, no. Listen.
Listen. So on that, I don't listen. Obviously, it's not racist. It's not racism. Why people are criticising Iwobi? Well, I hope not. I hope it's not. Now, you know what? I've got a subject that I've got to get to. Yeah. Where's your boy,
Mesut?
Where is your boy Mesut Ozil?
Ask him.
Where was he last night?
Ask Emery.
Where was he? Why is he not even on the bench?
Ask Emery.
Now, this talk is for tactical reasons.
That is what Emery said.
If it's for tactical reasons that this guy cannot play in the big games when he's on I nearly said 150 grand, £350,000 per week, our highest earner at the club, then we need to get rid of him. We need to sell him. And I don't even like saying it because I'm a lover of Mesut Ozil. He is a brilliant player. But at the moment, what is the point in having this guy?
Ask Emery.
And if he ain't playing in these big games.
Emery is the one who made this decision. It's like there's a power struggle, and Claude said it best.
Power struggle?
Yeah, Claude said it best on his interview. Now, all right, maybe I wouldn't have used the terms that Claude did, like
what?
The Man United reject in terms of Mkhitaryan and whatnot, but I get his point. Are these players playing ahead of Mesut Ozil better than Mesut Ozil? No. So clearly, there's a problem with the manager. And what I want Unai Emery to do, this needs to be nipped in the bud now. Because what's happening is...
It's been going on all season.
Yeah, because what's happening now, though, it's getting more and more and more. And in every interview, that's all they're talking about.
He's becoming our Pogba now.
It is very reminiscent.
It's the same sort of thing.
It is very reminiscent. But I can tell you now, Emery's not going to go the same way as Mourinho. Because he's only 5-6 months into the job.
So, get rid of him then. What would you do?
I'd keep him all day long.
If he's causing problems, if he's not,
no.
If he's not carrying out instructions, if he's not doing what he's told when he gets on that pitch, which is what it sounds like, right? Then he needs to go, don't
I
he?
wouldn't say that he's not carrying out those.
Well, why is he not playing?
Because Emery obviously doesn't think he's up to what he wants. But it's not that he's not going out there and doing it, because I still see him working hard. I still see him trying. Even when he come on against Southampton, I see him trying to create things.
Bounce off the ball.
No, he was still trying to create things. There was something not right about his body language at Southampton. And I weren't the only one who noticed it. Something just looked...
Time to get rid of him, that guy. If he's not... Listen, if this guy...
I love the guy, man. And he's better than what we got. He is better than what we got.
£350,000
Why the likes of Mkhitaryan
off
and
the
all them
wage
getting
bill.
chances?
£350,000 of it, a potential 200,000 with thing. Use those wages to go and invest in players.
Here's an example.
In players that he does want and players that we need to move forward. Because you know what? The other thing is as well, right? The other day when I was at Southampton, I have to say, it was almost looking like I was watching the Wenger's team. I know with the performance, I don't know it's because it was like the same sort of team, Koscielny, Monreal, blah, 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 blah. It looked like, and I'm like, this guy, he needs money to go out there and invest in his guys.
We need to get rid of the past.
Mesut Ozil, don't get me wrong, I love the guy as well. But if he's not going to carry out what the new manager's instructions are, and he's going to start divaing it up, he has to go.
Well, what I will
he
say,
has to go. We need to get rid of him. I don't know who's going to take him on that money,
listen,
though. Not with his performances over the past couple of years.
Maybe someone in China. But
that's he. You know what? Funny enough, China have just brought in a salary cap. That's number one. But also, the player has to want to go to China.
Yeah.
Mesut Ozil might say, turn around and say, I ain't going to China. I'll stay here, sit on the bench, pick up £350,000 a week. Stuff for you lot.
Oh, but I don't know.
We got to sort this out.
Look at the game.
I think this has to be sorted out in January.
Yeah, look at the game.
This is ridiculous.
Right? Here's an example, right? Let's not even use Mkhitaryan or Iwobi or anything like that. Yeah. Why was Aaron Ramsey playing ahead of him? Aaron Ramsey's already been told that you're not got a future at this club anymore.
Played ahead of him in the first Spurs game, right? And everybody was raving and saying how great he played. We won 4-2, remember? And a lot of people were saying that was because when Ramsey came on, it changed the game with his forward play and stuff like that.
Didn't start the game.
He didn't start the game, but he still played ahead of it. Ozil weren't even in the squad for that one either.
But the biggest...
That's what I'm saying, the biggest games. He had guy in the squad. Man United away. He's not in the squad.
He was injured.
Injured with what?
His back.
What back? What, playing Fortnite?
He's the only man that I know. He's the only man that I know that can get injured.
Let that have been Alex Iwobi. Playing Fortnite.
The only man. He's the only man I know that can be injured.
It's time to go.
You know what I mean? He's the only man that I know.
It's time to go.
He's
as Claude would say.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't want him to go.
No,
I want it to be worked out. But honestly,
I think it needs to be. We
don't have the squad to be able to have that guy just not playing.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
And on the squad, we need reinforcements. We can see it. Defensively, Laurent Koscielny is coming to the end of his career.
I think he's finished.
Do
you know what I know?
I think the only thing is, right, where people say he's finished, we've got to give him a chance because he's coming back off
I tell you one thing.
He's coming back off of a long injury.
I've noticed in
he's coming back off a long injury, so we do need to give him a chance. But I still think, even if he's fully fit, gets back, I still think I want better. We want a leader in that team.
Do you know what I noticed in the Spurs game and the Southampton game? He's lost his spring.
Yeah, but he's just come back and we've been out for about 9 months.
You should still be able to jump.
Were you jumping around after your operation?
Yeah. Wenger got sacked. You see my video?
You're in your
hospital bed, high on morphine, just like, yes, Wenger's gone. I can't believe it.
We got to give him a chance to come back. We got to give him time, right, to come back. But I still think, even when he does fully get back to where he needs to be, he's not the answer. We've seen what Liverpool done with Virgil van Dijk.
I just don't know.
He's a big, commanding leader. He's great on the ball. We need somebody like that.
Yeah, I know. Koulibaly. Prime example.
Koulibaly would be brilliant, but our board.
I know that.
Our owner.
I know that.
Not even board no more. The owner, he owns the whole lot.
I know that. 150 million pounds, right? You'll go and get Koulibaly and Pepe.
From Lille.
From Lille. And don't give me none of that bullshit about farmers' leagues. Because you still rave about Mbappe. He's phenomenal, don't get me wrong. But he plays in that same farmers' league. That same farmers' league is where Lyon are from. And they're the only team that seem to have been able to stop Man City this season, bar
and then
obviously
Lacazette came from there as well.
You know, Man City obviously just losing last week in the league. But Leon played Man City over 2 Champions League games.
Yeah, when people say that about Farmers League, and that's ridiculous. You know
but
what I mean? Like
seriously,
Bernardo Silva came
150
from there.
million pounds. You would get Pepe. You get Pepe for around about 40 million, maybe less.
Are you being
Koulibaly,
million
you would need to easily put 90 to 100 million down on the table.
When have you ever seen our board spend
I haven't.
100 million?
I haven't. I'm saying if they want any real genuine, you know, to take us to that level.
We need a lot, right? We need a lot. There's there's no width in the team.
We're unbalanced.
Right? I said to you in the summer, Zaha. And I remember when I said it.
No.
Wilfried Zaha in Arsenal's team, right? A tricky player out wide would create so much space, would create so much problems for teams.
No.
That look at Mahrez, right? He's gone to City. Even if Sane's not playing, he's such a threat out wide. They've got so much width. They create so much havoc out wide.
Mahrez's end product has been consistent over the last 3 years.
Zaha scores more goals.
Zaha has not been consistent. And when he made that step up before, it flopped.
He was a little kid when he made that step up.
And at the end of the day,
right? And he was
after
under
my
David
comments
Moyes.
About him in the last game, I can't have him at Arsenal.
But
no,
somebody like him. Somebody like you said, Dembele. Now, to me, if Arsenal, this is what annoys me because we don't operate like a big club when it comes to transfers. Because if we were, we'd be going in now and we'd be going to Dembele and saying, "Come,"
and we'll even give you an alarm clock.
We'll be saying to Barcelona, "We'll take him. You're having a lot of problems with him. You want to get him, and we'll give you 80 million. Come, give us some now," and we get him. But we're not going to do that, right? There's that guy Malcolm, who's at Barcelona, who's hardly played. They bought in as well. He's hardly played. We could go for somebody like him, right? Centre halves. Koulibaly, like you said, that'd be very difficult because Napoli, they're out of the Champions League now, isn't it? They're out of the Champions League.
And there's that new rule as well now, not like Aubameyang last year, where if we signed him in January, for example, he could play.
Right, but
he would change the whole team, Robbie.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Koulibaly and Socrates?
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's a different gravy. Even somebody like that Manolos at Roma, he's a good player, very combative.
Do you know what? I think we need the opposite to Socrates in terms of.
We need some hardcore.
I know.
We need some hardcore. The way I saw our players bouncing off Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane out muscling our players, right? I'm like, nah, man.
I just think that Manolos is just too similar.
No, we need some.
I would rather that powerhouse.
When I saw Koscielny comes back, then that's when you start again. And when I was reading about the game, right, there's people saying, with those guys, it's like the soft side of Arsenal was coming back again, and I could see what they were talking about.
Wengeritis,
right? These guys, Koscielny and that, they've had their time. I'm not going to say he's finished because he's only just come back, but we need better centre half. We're going to need. We can't do this all in January, but this is just what I'm looking on the team at the moment, and I feel that we need. Right? See if you agree with me. Right? We're going to need a backup right back, proper one. Lichtsteiner, you at the start of the season was calling, get Lichtsteiner in.
He was good at the start of the season.
He's not.
But he was good at the start of the season.
He didn't play at the start of the season. You just kept saying, bring him in, get rid of Bellerin.
Because
without Bellerin last time, we saw how bad we was.
When we watched in pre-season, Lichtsteiner was playing better than Bellerin in pre-season.
Pre-season, it's in the games, man.
Hold on. Pre-season is your basis for starting the season.
No, he's not ready. Right, so we need, and Maitland-Niles not ready either, so we need a right back to test Bellerin, properly test him. We need a left back. Monreal's 33 years of age or whatever it is. Kolasinac always getting injured. Kolasinac, I'm not even too sure if he can play in that left back when it's a flat.
I know who I'd have as a left back.
Right, so we need who would you have?
The young lad from Leicester.
Chilwell, who we could have got. Chilwell, and we dwelt on that, and then now
like we could have got Virgil van Dijk.
Now he's worth about 50 million quid. Right? We need a centre half.
Welcome to the real world. This is the kind of money you're playing, but like
we need a centre half.
I am worried that they're
controversially
look at
controversially with you. I think I'd upgrade Xhaka as well. I'd get an upgrade on Xhaka to play next to Torreira.
Move yourself, man.
If Ozil's not performing, get rid of him. Bring in Isco.
You really going to get it from Madrid?
They're looking to he might go, right. Isco, you probably get he'd be a lot of money. He's still only about 24, but he would be brilliant. He would be a brilliant replacement.
He feels a lot older than 24.
No, he's not that old.
I know, but he's one of those players that you do think
player,
that
right?
He's miles older.
Right, and then now width. Right, we need wingers. If we can't get a Dembele or somebody like that.
Pepe, man. I like the look of him.
Like Pepe or Wilfried Zaha, proven in the league.
Guy, man.
I like him. Proven in the league. Or somebody like that then. Somebody, if you don't want Zaha, somebody who's going to create problems out wide on both wings. Right and left, I think.
Well, I think
there's a lot needed.
Given the way he's playing and that. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Let me throw a name in there. For a winger. I'll throw a name.
Kieran?
No. He's in the centre. He's in the centre. We already saw what he done, yeah? He come back in the team and they won 5-1 and everything was shipped up nice and shape and 2 assists and everything. Let's get that one right. Jadon Sancho.
Yep. Reece Nelson.
I know he's cut, but you imagine Nelson and Sancho on either flanks.
Jadon Sancho will be a hell of a lot of money now as well.
I know, because he's just signed another contract.
You're talking 70, 80 million quid. But if we are a big club that we say we are,
like one.
And we're not acting like a big club when it comes to transfers, and we're expecting these guys to pull off miracle after miracle.
Yeah.
It's not every day you're going to go out there and get a Torreira.
I know. And they're expecting miracles.
And they're expecting, this is what they're expecting.
But what are we going to do? Can I just touch on another subject involving the Spurs game? The bottle that was thrown at Dele Alli, hit him in the head. I don't condone it in any way, shape or form. And I do think that, we're better than that as a club. But now we know that Dele Alli is fine and he's not, received any serious injury. Can we please appreciate the throw? Because that was...
You can't say
that was a serious throw.
I have to say, right?
That was amazing. Come on. Now we know that he's fine. There's no serious injury. All right? And we've said that we don't condone it. Let's appreciate it. Maybe we need to get that guy in to help the players shooting. Because what a shot. Do you see how far that was?
I know. But you know what? Honestly, man, that was terrible. I mean, because there was water in that bottle. And if that bottle caught Dele Alli, say, for instance, on the eye, he could lose an eye.
I know.
We all look on it and it looked funny at the time. And but when you really sit back and you think about it, what an idiot that. And now he's going to get banned for life. Life. He won't get a little ban. That'll be life.
What I don't agree with
and
is that this is the comparison and how things are stupid. But that ban will be reminiscent to the guy that threw the banana skin at Aubameyang. And that's
the guy
racist.
the banana got 4 years, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's banned from Tottenham for life, which I actually don't see as a punishment. That's actually a blessing. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like he's ever watched him win a trophy during his lifetime anyway.
Probably helped him out.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you've actually just helped the guy out. But he's been banned from football for 4 years.
Yeah, but I think
a £500 fine. But
I think this guy.
I think that was.
I think this guy will get a similar ban. He will get banned for life from Arsenal, and he'll probably get because you could with water in the bottle. Yeah, that's remember if it was just plastic, we would never have got that far. With water in the bottle, that could have took the guy's eye out.
And I said I don't condone it, and we as a club are better than that. We are better.
And then now everybody's just talking about that, and you know what I mean, I thought that was terrible.
But it was an amazing throw.
And the last thing we want to do is end up right like when we go. You see it every time we go abroad, right? And we stood behind all this netting and all stuff like that. We don't want that in football.
But what I will say,
we're playing by closed doors.
We're not condoning anything. But I watched Troops's interview, and what he said was true as well. That they need to move the junior gunner section away from.
I've been saying that for a long time.
If you remember,
because what Troops were saying was that loads of bottles were coming over from the Tottenham side as well.
Now, if you remember the junior gunner section at Highbury, it was down the side next to the North Bank. Yeah, it was nowhere near the clock end. I've never understood
why you've got junior gunners sat next to hardcore away fans even just the swearing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Why are you putting junior gunners next to
Exactly,
those
and that was never, and they never used to be there.
You know, it's like when you go away, those are hardcore fans.
They never used to be there when the Emirates was done.
Yeah,
and this was the arguments we've had about the.
What we should have next to them is a singing section, as we said on the years.
Because what I've said to you said, yeah, but what if some people won't move or they? And I said, well, they moved everyone when they put the junior gunner section there because it wasn't there when the Emirates opened. But then they went, oh, we want the junior gunner section there. Yeah, you lot that are sitting there, piss off out the way. So it can be done. Don't tell me that it can't. Make the clock end in that lower tier. Stick all of us lot next to the away fans so we can have it with them. Not saying we're going to have a tear up, but so we can dull them and not make them, you know what I mean, have a little something. But
just before we go, let me just run through the games quickly and you give me what you think the outcomes will be.
Yep.
Burnley.
Win. Tight. They'll set up shop. I watched them against Spurs in the last league game.
And it's an early kickoff.
Early kickoff.
We need an early goal in that game, innit?
We need an early goal. We need to open them up and we need to...
Lacazette and Aubameyang got started in that game.
We need to come out all blazing.
All guns blazing. Yeah. So win. Brighton away.
I think we'll get a win.
Tough game.
Tough game. Very tough. Lost there last year.
Lost there last year.
Yeah, and I went mad.
Right?
No surprise.
Liverpool away.
Right. Can I give you my head answer and my heart answer?
The real answer.
My heart says that we're going to snatch something from the game. Maybe a draw. But my head says that with the defence
it all
and
depends.
everything.
It all depends what the defenders are back.
Yeah.
And even then, we're in trouble. So
yeah, it's going to be a tough game.
It all depends on those two games. And
it depends how Liverpool come out for the game.
Yeah.
And whether they're having a blip.
They'll be coming firing. That's right.
I know, right. But who knows? They could be.
And one last thing I've got to ask you before we go. What have you made of the whole Mourinho sacking thing?
I'm gutted. I'm truly wounded. I was dying for him to stay. I was enjoying every minute of it. I messaged Flex as well. And I was just like, don't think this is the end of banter era. It ain't over yet. Why are you all popping champagne and stuff? Like you've just...
You know what? If you get a chance, right, listen to... I did... podcast Channel 4, right? And I had a Man United fan, Neeks, Man United fan on, and had a Cardiff fan on. Yeah. Right? Hear what the Cardiff guy's got to say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Listen, there's a Cardiff fan
after it, right? Because Neeks start off by saying, yeah, he's a legend of the club and it's good. When the Cardiff fan started to give him the rundown of what he did
when he was at
when he was at Cardiff, how he took Cardiff down and how he ruined Cardiff, right? I'll tell you, it's hilarious.
I know, so you've got to listen to that. He spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
He then went in the Championship and he was taking them down from the Championship and they had to say, whoa, enough is enough.
Yeah.
No, bye-bye.
But
and
Mourinho's gone. No more Mourinho, man.
No more Mourinho, man. No more, we want you to stay. But the banter era has not finished. It's still United stand and chill. Because if they think that Solskjaer coming in is just going to fix all their problems... And I feel that Manchester United, they have to minimum get Europa League. They have to minimum get Europa. Because I don't care that they're the biggest club in the country based on their history and the trophies and everything. I don't care. If they go into next year looking to get a new manager and, you know, they're all talking about Pochettino, for example.
That's what I think we'll go there.
Let's look at reality here. Why would Pochettino leave Spurs for Man United if they've got
money, prestige,
maybe,
money and prestige,
maybe, but it may be, maybe not.
I think Pochettino. I said that when this guy was ribbing me about.
That'd be hilarious.
When this guy was ribbing me this morning about the Carabao Cup, right? I said to him, I go, well, maybe that might be the only thing that he wins before he leaves, right? Because I go, he's gone next year, mate. He's going to United. To me,
I think
obvious.
He would be the one that goes there.
And, you know, you say that, but I reckon, you know, to manage Man United is a prestigious job. You saw how Mourinho killed himself to get that job, right? It's a prestigious job. And even if they ain't in the Champions League or something, you're going to be thinking to yourself, well, I'm going there. They're going to give me the money to get into the Champions League. They're going to give me the resources. You'll get the money there. It's not like our place where they're tight. They want to give us 2 pence, right? So
he's going to have some serious pressures.
Mourinho, I think Pochettino will be,
because I don't think that Spurs are going to win a trophy. I don't think they're going to win the Carabao Cup either. They've got Chelsea next. They might get past that, but then they're going to play Man City and they'll get slapped in that. So I actually want Spurs to get to the final because I think it'd be more hilarious watching them cry, watching another team lift a trophy on what's actually their home pitch at present. And speaking of which, Spurs ain't going to play in their new stadium this season.
Well, we all know
telling you now, that is a million miles. I was outside it yesterday because I actually had to pick a friend up who sadly lives in the next street to White Hart Lane. And I'm telling you, that is, all we see is the inside. Looks lovely. Lovely inside.
I know, but my
outside of it.
My neighbour, who's a season ticket holder, was telling me about the glass. There's this bit you walk over and it's all glass because he went on the tour. And it's all glass,
It's
and
a
you can look
million
down. I said,
miles.
listen, mate.
I'll tell you, listen.
what you need is some glass trophies. You need some trophies to put in.
You know what I mean? What they need to worry about.
Apparently, it does look amazing.
I'll tell you one thing that they need to worry about. Yeah, and this is a little something for Spurs fans who might not know about this. Yeah, because remember I told you about the stadium not opening way before anyone else, and you went, and then it did. Ask around what's the matter with the South Stand roof, and then you might realise why it's not opening. You might even struggle to open it for next season.
Well, surely they'd have to be dot points if that happened.
They should be dot points anyway. South Stand roof, yeah? There's a reason why you're not allowed up that end, isn't there?
Do you remember back in the day when some of these stadiums used to open and they just have you'd have one stand there, and then at the other end it's just like a big advertising hoarding covering everything. It could be like that,
like the mural.
Yeah,
do you remember the mural?
Yeah.
And they have to put speakers in it to make it sound like we're singing.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. But
listen, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Man.
You know what I mean? Looking forward to it. Let's hope we can have a good Christmas for Arsenal. It's a testing time. This is a big test now for Emery.
What you, on a personal note, what are you getting for Christmas? What do you want Santa to bring you?
You know what? I'm not particular at Christmas for myself. I just like to get stuff for my kids and stuff like that.
I like it. You know one thing? I got to say this.
I like to give things at Christmas.
I got. What are you giving me?
No, not you.
Yeah, I got to say one thing, right? And this is very important, right? Because there's obviously this big thing, obviously, that I never see my kids or anything like that, which is the biggest load of bullshit you've ever seen in your life. But I went to my 8-year-old and my 3-year-old, and I did the same thing that used to be done when I was a kid. You get given the book, the catalogue with all the toys in and stuff, and just say to her,
catalogue?
No, not catalogue. You know, like you had
like
like we had Toys R Us books in the day. Now it's like another toy store and stuff. But you just say, open it up and just circle around like what you like and stuff like that. So obviously my 3-year-old, it's like Batman and all this kind of stuff, and it's no worries at all. Get to my 8-year-old, and it's like iPads, iPhones, PlayStation 4s, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, listen, if I go out and buy all that for him, I'm telling him Santa ain't real. There's no way he's taking credit for all of that. If I spend that much money on that stuff, do you think that I'm letting that fraud, take all the credit? No way! I'm telling my boy, listen, Santa ain't real. Dad worked hard for that there.
Trust me.
I'm telling you now, I bought that. So get it in your head that he ain't real. But no, listen, that's what it's all about. Children, you know what I mean? And
Merry Christmas.
I hope everyone out there has a Merry Christmas. I hope all my haters have a Merry Christmas as well, because I'm nice like that. And I hope you have a nice New Year. And then I'll come back next year and I'll still moan as usual.
Merry Christmas, mate.